$300 billion. Not on one project, on dozens happening simultaneously. China isn't building infrastructure. China is rebuilding geography itself. The real scale. When we say $300 billion, understand what that means. Not a single dam, not one bridge. An entire network of megaprojects executing simultaneously across a nation. This is how China builds, all at once. While other countries debate feasibility studies, China pours concrete, roads, railways, dams, airports, cities carved from mountains, bridges spanning distances that seem impossible. And they're doing it faster than anyone thought possible. Flattening mountains to build cities. Let's start with the most audacious project, Lanzhou New Area, where China faced a problem: not enough flat land for urban expansion. Solution? Flatten the mountains. 700 hills. Demolished. Erased from existence. 700 million cubic meters of earth moved. Enough to fill 260,000 Olympic swimming pools. Total cost, $11 billion just for terrain modification. Another $2.5 billion moving earth alone. The result, 86 square kilometers of new urban land. Larger than Manhattan. Created from nothing but determination and dynamite. By 2030, this manufactured city will house 3.5 million residents, contributing $27 billion annually to GDP. Critics call it environmental destruction. China calls it problem solving. Before and after satellite imagery shows entire mountain ranges simply vanishing. Geography rewritten in 5 years. This isn't construction. This is planetary reshaping. The power generators. Now let's talk about power. Baihetan Hydropower Plant, $26 billion investment, 5 years construction, 289 meters tall, equivalent to a 95-story building, 16 generator units, each producing 1 million kilowatts, combined capacity, 16 gigawatts, enough electricity for tens of millions of households, cutting 62 million tons of CO2 emissions annually. But Baihetan isn't alone. Three Gorges Dam, the heavyweight champion, $37 billion, the heaviest infrastructure ever built, 65.5 million tons, more than 180 Empire State Buildings, 27 million cubic meters of concrete poured, enough for 85 Burj Khalifas, 32 hydroelectric generators, producing 100 terawatt-hours annually, powering the equivalent of the entire Philippines, replacing 100 million tons of coal consumption, saving the emissions equivalent of removing 20 million cars from roads. The dam created a reservoir 660 kilometers long, relocated 1.3 million people, permanently altered the Yangtze River. Engineering triumph or environmental catastrophe? Depends who you ask. But the numbers don't lie. These dams generate 300 billion kilowatt-hours annually, Brazil's entire yearly consumption. China isn't just building dams. China is controlling rivers, bridges that defy logic. Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge, world's longest bridge, 164 kilometers, over 100 miles of continuous elevated roadway. Cost, $8.5 billion. Construction, 5 years. Workers, 100,000. 2,000 piers, some towering 100 feet tall. Built from reinforced concrete strong enough to support 20,000-ton trains. This isn't a bridge. This is a horizontal skyscraper stretching across landscapes. Carries 200 million tons of coal annually, cutting transport time by half compared to road. Guinness World Record holder since 2011. But China wasn't satisfied. Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge, 55 kilometers connecting 3 major economic zones, $20 billion investment, combining viaduct sections, undersea tunnels, artificial islands. 2 artificial islands, each 100,000 square meters. Built specifically to transition between bridge and tunnel sections. Why tunnel? To allow massive cargo ships passage overhead. 6.7 kilometers of undersea tunnel. Engineered through 500 storms during construction. Result, 3-hour journey reduced to 30 minutes. Cargo capacity doubled. Connecting 86 million people. GDP $1.9 trillion. This bridge didn't just connect cities. It created a mega region. Vertical ambitions. Shanghai Tower, 632 meters tall, $4.2 billion, 128 floors. China's tallest building. World's